Okay, here is the 1972 Princeton Reverb here at Afterlife that we have restored to full glory. So we redid the AC wiring, soldered the ground tab directly to the chassis, and freed up the ground switch for doing a negative feedback loop or whatever other mod you might want to do, but right now the ground switch is just vacant. Correct polarity going to the courtesy outlet, hot going to the fuse, fuse going to the switch, switch going to the transformer primaries. We added a bias trim pot so that you can set the fixed bias. So now it's adjustable fixed bias. And we added a 2.2 meg resistor from the tremolo intensity wiper to the bias supply. In the event that the bias supply should fail, the 66s will still have a negative voltage on their grids as a reference. You'll know something's wrong, but you won't go into red plating and meltdown. The original can cap measures great on the Sencor, so we kept it. The values are great and the leakage was great. The original Mallory cathode bypass caps, however, were leaky, so they were replaced with the usual Sprague 2525s. All the other caps and resistors are original to the amp. Everything in the tone stack and the phase inverter circuitry, trem circuitry, everything. Couple of the mods that we did were to add a 470K grid stop on the phase inverter to sort of avoid the nasty distortion that's a common complaint about this amp. It's a fairly common mod and easily undone by removing that resistor and reconnecting the yellow piece of wire that was kept, of course. And on the power tubes, Fender sort of cheaped out on the Princeton and didn't add 1.5K grid stoppers, so we added 1.5K grid stoppers, original Allen Bradley's. And we also added the 100 ohm screen resistors instead of 470, because there originally are none on the Princeton Reverb. But it's more of a safety precaution and negligible impact on tone at such a low resistance at 100 ohm. Sounds great, and it's going to protect things in the event of catastrophic failure of a tube or a dead short or voltage spikes at no cost to your tone. One of the input jacks needed retensioning, and now it's making good contact to ground when no cable inserted. It wasn't making great contact with its ground shunt when the cable was unplugged, so now it is. And yeah, everything else is just stock and beautiful. You can see we took the HT center tap and the bias ground off of their transformer bolt lugs that it originally was attached to and soldered directly to the chassis as they did in the 60s versions of this amp. It's just a better permanent ground. The chassis bolts come loose, and then the tab that the center tap is soldered to doesn't make good contact with the chassis, and then you have bad things happen. And that is about it. Yeah, we're biased up at 20 milliamps, 408 plate voltage for a max plate dissipation of 8 watts, and it just sounds glorious. Give you a quick shot of the front panel too. Everything's in nice shape. All original knobs, all original pots. Back panel's great shape too, original everything. There you go.